It's about time, isn't it? Betty Bear's Nomadic Travels. Way too late. It's been a couple months since I shot a video, and if you guys watched any of my videos before, I really was struggling. I was struggling with buying a new truck. It breaking down costs thousands and thousands of dollars. But anyway, it's all done. I still have the truck, and I think it's doing pretty darn good. I haven't taken it very far. I am probably an hour from my daughter's house, and I am at a campground route now. So I got my tiny cabin. You can see it. I got my cabin. She's all done. All but just a couple of things. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a tour, and let's take a look at the campground where I'm at. God, it's good to see you guys again, and let's chat. Well, there's my little tiny cabin. Sitting in the middle of the woods here. Actually, we're not in the middle of the woods. You can hear there's a rifle range here, not very far from here, so you can hear a little bit of that. But there's my truck, and you know my truck pulls it without a problem. Obviously, with that big, that diesel 2500, it should. But I'm still scared. I'm still a little bit scared of taking it anywhere. So I had it all jacked up, and it was all perfectly level, and I was sitting on those little things, and when I took the jack off, the jack goes bloop, and my little things fell off. So I thought, it's not that far off a level, so I left it that way. But anyway, here's my little tiny house. She's doing good, doing real good. Pulled real easy coming up here with the truck, and I sure like it. My heart's sad thinking about having to sell it, but that's the way it is. So anyway, so far she worked really good, really, really, really good. I'll take a look at the inside because I know you guys have all seen what the outside looks like. So let's go look at the inside, and I'll give you a little tour of my little tiny house. There she is, guys. Here's my little tiny house. I got the shelving up. Now this is just a dollar store plastic, these things up here, because I didn't know if somebody's going to want these or if they're going to want their own baskets. So I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money, and I don't have it to do a bunch of fancy things. But I've got the wrought iron brackets are up there. And there's my ceiling, and I think my ceiling turned out really well. There's my little beam, my fake beam. It's a 2x6 cedar. 2x4 piece of cedar. So it's really light, but my shelving I got for my daughter for my birthday, so she got the shelving, and talk about cute. I love that. Very cute. Very, very cute. There's my stove, a little 2-burner stove, and it's propane, and the propane tank is outside here, if you remember right. It's outside in that little box right there, my little shoe box. There's my Wave 3 in my little hidey hole. This is just junk stuff, cooking stuff. Over here is a double door, and this has got my water, my jerry cans. There's 7 gallons of fresh, and then there's of course the gray right there, 7 gallons of gray. There's my foot pump, and there's my sink and the foot pump. Just as simple as that. And there's that rock wall. And if you remember right in that video back then, that I put this little rock wall up, and I liked it. And I just thought walking in, it would be really nice to have that rock wall in the back. So I put it in the back. And one of the things I have to do is I've got this shower curtain I thought looked really good with the rock wall, but it's too long. So I'm going to get my sewing machine out and trim and hem that up a little bit. And I'm going to make a little curtain right here because I don't like this. So I would like to cover that up with a curtain. Of course, my refrigerator sits really nicely on this thing, and it holds quite a bit. And then I've got a little cubby hole down here. Of course, this holds my solar equipment, my solar cords and stuff. And there's my famous 1500. I love it. I still love it. Not any less than I loved it before. So I've got these cushions right here. I've got 3 cushions here, and underneath is storage on this one, and the same thing on this one comes up, and then you can get into my the solar system up there and all the wiring and whatnot. So we can get into that pretty easy. But my cushions fit. I built the bench with those cushions in mind. I was going to make a pull-out bed. If you guys remember, that was going to be my idea. I was going to pull out a bed there, but I ran out of resources, and I knew I had to sell it. So that's a sad thing, but that's the way it goes, and I'm happy. I mean, she's real pretty. Somebody's going to like her, and I built this for a pull-out. And you can put shoes in that. Well, I just got some tools and stuff, but you can put shoes in that. And there's a fire extinguisher back there too. And this is my cutting board. And if you remember in a couple of my videos, I was telling you that I use that countertop paint. And oh, what a mess that was. So what I did is, because the countertop isn't that, you can see here, I made these things with holes, and it covers up the countertop. See that little niche? Remember, I dropped something on the countertop. Where is it at? Right here. I dropped something on it, and it kind of looks like a wrinkly old lady. Looks like my skin. Looks like a wrinkly old lady skin. So I thought, I found this this cutting board, and I thought, oh my gosh, what a good idea. So I made these things for my cutting board. My fans work great. Let's see if I can turn it on for you. Where are you at? There it is. My fans work great. So I've got a fan there, and I've got another one right here. And boy, did they work great. It's funny about these fans. I got the idea from Van City Van Life. And he said they're great. I've got 2 of them. Actually, I've ended up buying 3 because I put one in my other tiny house. But you put your finger in there. If I chop my finger, you can't really chop your finger because they're real flimsy. But I tell you what, it'll get your attention when it's on and you put your finger in there, because there's no guard on here. So I didn't realize that when I bought it, because I've got grandkids. So I have to be careful with that. But it definitely works. So anyway, here's the inside of my, this is my tiny house, guys. I got a little cup holder right here, so when I'm in bed, I can put my bottled water, my glass of wine or whatever here. And there's a USB charging stations right here. This is my night light. I haven't used it yet. Tonight's going to be my first night. So there's my night light. And then I've got some puck lights too, so I can, in case I don't have enough solar power, in case my solar power runs out, then I have these battery pucks too. And I think it's really important. If you remember, in my cargo trailer, they saved me coming, on a couple of trips because I didn't have any solar. So anyway, here's my little tiny house. And again, my little heart's sad because I can't keep her. But you know what? I'm not emotionally attached to this tiny cabin. I'm emotionally attached to my cargo trailer, and I've told you that before. I love my cargo trailer, and I'm looking forward to going down and picking it up. My dilemma is I do have to sell this, and you're going to ask because I don't know yet. I haven't added up all my receipts and everything, so I don't know what I'm going to sell her for, but I am going to sell her. And I think there's some good and some bad about this thing. It's definitely off-grid. You can take it, you'll be able to take this anywhere and park it with the 400 watts of solar. I did not put them on the roof, and there's 2 reasons for that. One is, if I sell it, what if somebody doesn't want it, the solar up there? And the second reason is that I got that corrugated metal up there, and I would have to fabricate, or have someone fabricate a rack for those solar panels. So I said, no, I'm not going to do it. And I have 35 foot of solar cable from my 1400 to the 4 solar panels that connect to each other. And so 35 feet out, you can put it. In fact, let me show you where I'm at now. 35 feet out, you can go, if you park it somewhere out that way with your solar panels, and put them up against, make a little bracket or do whatever you want, and you'll have solar power 35 feet from the cabin. So I think that's a pretty good idea. And my shower is exactly the same as my other shower. It's This is my array of stuff. Of course, obviously that comes off of there and it lays on this. I haven't used it yet though. I'm gonna shower tonight so I can get an idea how that's gonna work. But that's my little array of stuff here. And that I'll just pick up and set on the bed. And I've got actually a shower unit here that I put on. It's that plastic, real thin. I don't even think it's 1/8 of an inch plastic that you cut and you put the little corners up above here. And then I got a shower pan. Here's my composting toilet, and then this is my original. This is my shower pump, and it's a huge thing. It's like 3-4 gallons, and I've never used all 4 gallons. And then there's my shower, my little shower doodad right here. So anyway, I'm gonna give myself a shower tonight. Now this black thing right here is a black mat that I put there so that my composting toilet can sit on the mat. So again, there's a little bit of a process you have to do to take a shower. I have to take my composting toilet out, have to take my shower out, and whatever miscellaneous is sitting underneath there, and then this has to come up and lay on the bed. But you know what? I still think it's fabulous, and I wouldn't change it. Even in my cargo trailer, I wouldn't change it. And I say that because if I had a holding tank, if I had a 25-gallon holding tank or whatever it is, that with the fresh water holding tank, I'd have to take this thing somewhere to fill it up. And if you want to be somewhere and you want to be not stealthy, but you want to be way out in the wilderness, it's easier to take your 5-gallon jerry cans into town and fill them, or 7 gallons, and fill them into town than to take this, load it up, pack it up, and take it all the way into town. So I wouldn't change that. And I know that somebody that maybe might possibly want this might say, well, I want hot water. Well, I boil my water for my shower. I boil my water when I want to wash dishes if I have a lot of dishes, but I don't have a lot of dishes. So, and again, this will be my first night in my cabin. So I'm excited to see how it's going to work. I'm excited to see if the bed's going to be just as comfortable. And when I was coming from California to here, when everything all went to HE double hockey stick, I did sleep in the bed, quite a bit. So, and it was very comfortable. So, but I'm excited to be out in the woods and test my beautiful little home. I really appreciate. I want to tell you guys, I haven't posted in a couple of months, and I'm not going to get teary because I don't want to do that. But I haven't posted in a couple of months, and I have all you guys saying, "Where are you? Is everything okay?" And I want to apologize. I am okay. I've just never been in this deep of a hole before, and I was struggling to figure it out. So my Amazon store is doing okay. Amazon, what do you call it? Amazon Days or whatever it was, that Amazon Prime Day really gave me a kick in the butt. So that was real good. So it gave me a swift upper as opposed to a. So anyway, things are going okay. I'm rambling, and I don't mean to do that. I just got so many things I want to talk about, and I just haven't had a chance to talk to you guys about it. But I want you to know, all you guys that are continuing to message me and say, how are you? Are things okay? We need to see something. We need to see your final little project. Well, I'll give you a little bit better idea tomorrow when I get up and get rolling around what my little project looks like, but and how it worked over the night. But right now I'm gonna relax a little bit, and it's about 4 o'clock. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit and listen. What do you hear? Nothing. That's not true. This is an RV park, and I'm in the middle of the week. I think it's Wednesday. No, it's only Tuesday. So I'm in an RV park, and it's called Middle Wattle Creek. Really nice little place. But it's an RV, motorcycle quads, and so once in a while you'll hear down the road. But you know what? That doesn't stress me out. That doesn't stress me out at all. It's just I knew that when I got here. So anyway, I'm doing really good, guys. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about life and a lot about the downs and the ups. And so far, I'm knocking on some wood, and I got a lot of it. Got a lot of it here that my truck's going to hold out for a little bit because it is nice now. I mean, it is just a powerful beast now. I'm almost feeling like I want to keep it. Now, I don't know yet because don't tell my tiny 150 down south. Don't tell her that because she'll be sad. But I'm feeling good about it right now. So I hope, crossing my fingers, I hope it's going to hold up. So anyway, things are going okay, but I'll catch you guys in the morning and we'll chat a little bit longer and I'll let you guys know how my night went. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Looks like we're getting close to the creek. From the campground, it's probably, I don't even think it's a quarter of a mile from my campsite anyway. And this is a Wattle Creek. It's a creek, all right. I know I could hear it from my campground, but I wasn't exactly sure how to go, so I went one way and that was the wrong way. And what a cute little place. Yep, Wattle Creek. You know, I sure needed this. I sure needed this. You know, we all have our struggles. We all have our ups and our downs. And in life, when you're in your 20s, your downs are oh so horrible. I remember in my 20s, it was just the worst thing ever when something happened. And, you know, you got over it. And a lot of times you laughed about it. Well, I'm thinking that in 10 years, when I'm 75, 76, I'll laugh about it too. So right now, I was kind of stuck in the middle of a hole that I couldn't get out of. And I struggled to get out of this little hole that I got myself into. But right now, my truck does run good. I'm still afraid to take it anywhere, like I said. But anyway, my tiny house, I'm sad that I have to sell it. But I do. And it's okay because like I said, I'm not emotionally attached to it. I love my cargo trailer. And I'm going to be traveling in my cargo trailer. So it's all said and done. It's all good. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. This is really boy, did I need this, guys. I needed this. I needed to put a smile back on my face. What a nice little walk. Hello, tiny house. Well, good morning, everyone. Had a really good night's sleep. Good night's sleep. Bernie, he opted, I didn't tell him to, but he opted to sleep outside last night because on the way coming in here, it said Bear Trail. And I don't know whether he thought he was going to see a bear, what it was. But anyway, so I just wanted to end this video. There's a couple more things I did want to show you. I am going to, and I want to let you know, I am going to make a separate video tour of of my tiny cabin, so that I can put it up for sale and it will show in detail a little bit more things. But there was a couple things that I forgot to tell you yesterday that I thought was a cool idea. If you know what my cargo trailer looks like, and I think almost all of you do, I had that shotgun that was up above the roof. Well, I had built this right here and the idea was I was going to velvet line it. You can see right here how it comes out. Let me see it, get back a little bit further. It comes out all the way, actually. Let me move the rug and I'll pull it out all the way. But it comes out, and I was going to velvet line it, and that's what I was going to, I was going to put my 20 gauge and my 12 gauge. But, you know, somebody else is going to buy this, and they're not going to want to put their guns in there. They're just going to want to put stuff in there. So I just changed my mind on that one, and but I like it. It's a secret, kind of a secret little hidey hole, and it does lock right over here. There's a lock that so when you're transporting you can. So anyway, that was one thing I wanted to say, and there was something else I wanted to say that yesterday, but I can't right off the hand think of what it is now. But anyway, you know, I'm going to tell you again, guys, every one of you that made comments, even after my videos have not been up for a month, you know, people are saying, Betty, where are you? You know, we're missing you. Is everything okay? Are you sick? And you know what? And I tried to answer every single one. In fact, I think I did answer every single one. But I couldn't post a video. I couldn't. My heart wasn't in it. And you know, when your heart's not in it, you don't come through. It's like anything else. If your heart's not in it, you're not going to shine. So anyway, but now I'm feeling pretty good. I know I know I have to sell it, and that's okay. So as soon as I sell it, then I'm going to go back down to California, and I'm going to pick up my cargo trailer, and then we'll be back to it. So I don't know if I'm going to post another video. I don't know. Because when I do bring this back from this camping trip, I'm going to clean it all out. And of course, I'm going to post pictures and post the video. of what it looks like. But and I don't want to take it out after that. But so far I've worked everything. I got a shower last night. It was really, really nice. It is a little bit smaller than my other shower in my cargo trailer. I didn't realize that, because when I was making it, I thought my cargo trailer shower was 24 by 24. Well, it's not. It's 32 by 24. So it's a little bit smaller, but I still didn't have any trouble in there. I had no trouble at all. And I do like the floor of it. It worked out really well. So anyway, that being said, guys, I'm going to end this video. I'm going to end it right here at Middle Wattle Creek Campgrounds. Again, thank you guys so much for caring. Thank you guys so much for all your donations, for everything you did to try to help me. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. And I will see you hopefully when I get my cargo trailer back up here and I can do a little traveling. So thank you guys again, and we'll talk to you soon.